Hey, everybody, come on in. Let's get this party started. See how many people we got popping in. All right. As soon as you jump in the rooms, make sure you say hello in the chat so I know you're here and I know you can see my screen. I'm going to start it off with hey from Florida. All right. There we go. Okay. Welcome to today's webinar. My name's Steve Wible, and I'm the sales director and author of Business Credit, the Step-by-Step Guide. Uh, I'm the sales director here at Credit Suite. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to make every one of your business clients worth significantly more. All right. So, first of all, I just want to make sure everyone can see my screen. Give me a thumbs up or a yes if you can see a picture of my book and obviously my picture. Let's see what we got going on. Hello from, yeah, perfect. All right, love it. Yeah, now the room's starting to fill up. That's what I was waiting on. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So, look, I value your time as much as I value my own. I know it's the busy season, the crazy season. Say hello to my nutcracker behind me, my Christmas nutcracker, right? Got him out especially for you. Let's dive in, right? All right. So, look, let's talk about increasing your revenue and more importantly, your profits for 2025. Here we are at the end of the year. Most business owners at this time of year begin thinking about what their first quarter is going to look like, the first or second or third, and obviously their entire year. How are we going to expand our business? What can I do to maximize the customers that I have, right? So the cost to acquire a customer is not inexpensive today. So we're going to talk about how you can increase your revenue in 2025. Now is an absolute critical time to increase your business's revenue. Uh, and one of the ways you can do that is provide valuable uh, information and or services to your existing clients, right? Because again, the cost of acquiring customers is always high and it's always increasing. A little side, if you went back 10 years ago when you searched business credit, the only thing you would find would be Credit Suite. Now, if you go to Google and type in business credit, see if somebody can tell me. Anybody got access to Google? Tell me what you see. First one. I'm going to guess it's either American Express or Capital One is going to come up. So even for us, the cost to acquire a customer has just skyrocketed. And I'm sure that's happening to every business that's out there. So if you want to expand your business offerings and improve your cash flow and profits, you're going to need to realize the power of a few things. Uh, we want to talk about what you can offer your customers. So over the next hour, we're going to see exactly what we have, see if it makes good sense for you and your customers. Uh, it may actually change your entire 2024 or 2025, excuse me. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the reality behind the constant customer myth. Uh, I'm going to share exactly what's working with thousands of B2B business owners, entrepreneurs, business coaches, accountants, lawyers, lenders. I know lenders, right? Bookkeepers, consultants, even those of you who are not necessarily B2B business owners now, but you're thinking about going into that business. This is really set up for ones who are currently in business, but if you're not yet, that's okay. Hang tight. I'll guide you through how you can even join in and be a part of this growth spurt that's coming and happening right now, right? So we're going to talk about the reality behind the constant customer myth. It's pretty much a mirage. The constant customer myth basically means that you have to constantly acquire new customers to increase your revenue. It's just a never ending. And if you're in marketing in any way, you know what I'm talking about. That to constantly bring in brand new customers all the time is just difficult to scale. It really is. If you're not getting referrals or you're not reselling the same customers you have, it's just really difficult to scale. So we want to eliminate that. We want to get away from that constant customer myth. We also want to talk about the cash access problem. Now, this sounds scary, and it is. Uh, so many business owners need access to capital, but just can't get it because there's some hidden, but actually really, really easy problems to solve. And many businesses can't or won't survive without the access to capital. We'll dive into that a little bit. And then the third thing we're going to talk about is the benefits of being a Credit Suite partner, why it's important for us to have partners, why we desperately need you. When I say we desperately need you, reality is we just can't reach every business owner in this country. It's impossible from a marketing point of view because what we do and what we teach works for every business owner. And we'll dive into some of the data on that later. We need people like yourself to get the word out, right? To become prophets for Credit Suite. So we're going to talk about the power of the partner program. Our program is literally the ultimate solution for business owners seeking a substantial increase in revenue while solving a massive, massive problem for small businesses everywhere in the country, right? We're going to show you how you get access to high level training, state of the art software, substantial marketing materials. Our partner program is really a game changer. And we'll dive into that in a little bit. Okay. So look, here's one example. Kevin, the owner of TRW Credit, Kevin Foster is his name. He's an entrepreneur in Oklahoma City, added business credit services to his offerings a few years ago, and this resulted in a significant business growth and revenue increase. He revamped his entire services, helping him cater to both personal and business credit needs of his clients, ultimately leading to his company's successful growth. As Kevin puts it, I'm the owner of TRW Credit Services in Oklahoma City. Adding business credit to our offerings 2 years ago was a complete game changer. I added complete. We now provide not only personal credit help, but also assist clients in accessing business credit and funding. It has significantly boosted our business revenue, and we're thrilled with the results. So think about it. He took his existing customer database, right? Again, constant customer myth. He took existing customers, and instead of selling him his credit repair services and his other consulting, he also added in business credit, and it boosted his revenue, not just his revenue, his profits. And we'll dive into that a little bit later, so you can see exactly how gross profitable this really is. All right, I got a couple more for you too. Sorry about the phone. Um, there we go. Let me back up a bit. There we go. Sorry, my mouse is going crazy. Okay, this is Joel. Joel is a B2B business owner, has been part of Credit Suite since 2013. We love pulling this up here because this shows the longevity of it, right? So he's been with us going on 11 years now. His program opened a new avenue for him to offer business credit and financing to local business owners. Now I'm going to pause on that for a reason because I've done this a few times, and some of you may have already been here. And one of the things that I hear is, hey, I'm not a mass marketer. I don't generate a ton of leads. Well, Joel was really heavy into his community, his local community, and he actually increased his network by talking about this at things like BNIs or at local Rotary Club meetings. It actually not only drove revenue through building business credit through our software, but also he actually drove more revenue for his existing offerings. So this actually added some depth to what he was offering, but also attracted people that maybe weren't originally just interested in what he was offering. So it was an excellent strategy. I'll read it. This program has been one of the best investments for our company, enabling us to increase revenue, expand our reach to more small businesses. Thank you, Ty Crandall, our CEO, and the Credit Suite team. Joel. And after this is Sandy Northrup, who I know. Sandy was a business coach. Sandy had a unique approach to understanding her clients' needs. She's actually brilliant. She credited Credit Suite for changing her life and providing her with a unique tool to make a real difference in the lives of business owners. This is how she describes it. Thanks to Credit Suite, we sold 5 business credit suites in one day, generating $5,000 each, $49.95. Business credit and funding saved us when our merchant account was temporarily shut down. Credit Suite changed my life and empowered us to change the lives of business owners. I mean, think about that, right? So she was shut down, found us, went right back to her customer base and was able to actually sell them our product for $49.95. That's incredible. When I tell you what her wholesale cost is, you're all going to lose it. So what an unbelievable way to increase revenue and create a real win-win situation for her and her clients. Okay, so look, that's just a fraction. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of these, but you're in a unique situation because our fundability partner program is fairly new. We had an older version that's been revamped. Those of you who've been following us for a while, you know what I'm talking about. So there are very few fundability partners out there, less than 100, I believe, right now. And when we dive into the numbers of small business owners out there, it's going to blow your mind how big this ocean is. So look, this is something you can absolutely do. These are just a mere fraction of the people that are successful at this. You can do this. It's with absolute certainty. It's perfect if you don't have enough time to constantly bring in new customers, You're not wanting to hire more employees. You're not interested in spending thousands of dollars to invest in either building new software or any new product. Uh, Even if you're convinced that you're worried about increasing cost, not have to worry about that here. You believe you need a huge team to add this service. You 100% do not. Remember, I think everybody there except one was a one-person operation. If you think business credit is too complex to offer, seems that way on the surface, but when I dive in and show you, you're going to realize it really isn't. The best part is you don't have to be an expert. If you believe you don't have time to focus on new opportunities, that's what's great about this. We're not asking you to build a better mousetrap. What we're saying is look at your customer list, look at your base, look at who you do business with. Are they business owners? If they are, you can offer them an additional service, which will keep them loyal to you. So you're not spending any additional money going out and getting new customers. You're just helping the ones that you have. And if you think providing more uh, value to your clients means way more work with minimal profit, it's the exact opposite of that. It's almost no work with significant profit. And we'll dive into that in a little bit. I'm telling you, none of that matters. It's not going to be true. So look, if you're interested in hearing more about this, just give me a yes or a thumbs up or something in the chat. I want to make sure I'm keeping you paying attention. I don't feel like my energy is strong today. I think I got to get my energy up. Give me some yes, some hellos. Fort Lauderdale, love it. So you got nice cold weather like I do over here in Tampa. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So thanks, Dana. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Richard. Appreciate it. Rashid, Byron, love it, love it, love it. All right. So before we dive in, uh, let's discuss what's been shaking up business credit landscape and paving the way for exponential success for entrepreneurs like you, right? First things first, don't take my word for it, right? Go out onto YouTube, go to any social media, you're going to find that suddenly there's a ton of people talking about business credit. I mean, people who have no right talking about business credit are talking about business credit. And then there's the ones who are just talking about how great it is and how important it is. If you get out on social media, you're going to find it's everywhere. Ironically, where if you looked up business credit and social media in the past, the only ones you would find would be Credit Suite. We'd be the only ones. So many people are talking about it now that I don't even think we're in the top 10 if you look, which is great. We're happy about that. We just want people to understand that it exists and that it's important for business owners. So, but if you go take a look, like I said, don't take my word for it. Go out there and take a look. You're going to find social media is, or social media, listen to me. Business credit is the buzzword out there, right? And I can tell you our breakthrough, the latest breakthrough of fundability is an absolute game changer. It makes success in this field much more attainable. We'll touch base on this later. These developments can help grow business without additional costs, can also serve to increase profits, and you can deliver more value to your clients. Basically what I've been touching on, right? And you're right, it is because of Ty Crandall. You got this whole ball rolling. All right. So it's a hot topic. A considerable amount of news has been surfacing lately, particularly discussing business credit, for example, the SBA, while talking about inflation. And let's all be honest, we've been living with it, right? And its effect on business owners. They published an article on March 19th, so almost a year ago, highlighting how establishing and managing your business credit will help your company secure financing when you need it with better terms. I'm going to pause on that because this is where there's some confusion. You don't go to get build business credit when you need your financing, right? That's like saying, I've got a 400 credit score. I need to get a mortgage right now. I got to start working. I got to work on my personal credit so I can have it next week. It's not going to happen, right? It takes time. Same thing with business credit. It is a process, and most business owners are planners and should be. Uh, if you're thinking, hey, when I scale my business next year or the following year, my plan is to scale, I'm going to need financing to do that. You want to lay that plan out now, right? So that's why the SBA talks about it. They want you to establish and manage business credit so that you're able to secure financing when you need it. And this is important with significantly better terms. And there's more. Business Insider published January, again, almost a year ago, but I have to get some updated articles. They discussed business credit scores and why business owners need to really care about them. It explored how business credit opens doors to growth and financial stability for businesses It not only enhances a business owner's ability to obtain loans and favorable interest rates, but also signals to partners, suppliers, reliability, financial health. And to be honest with you, customers can pull your business credit report. I'm going to dive into that in a little bit, but it's important. Remember, insurance rates. Your insurance rates are actually based on what your business credit profile looks like. Now, think about that. You have a friend who owns a pizza shop and they're complaining about the insurance rates that they have, right? The liability insurance rates. I would ask them, look at their business credit profile. What's it look like? Because the insurance companies are pulling it, right? So if there's nothing on there, what typically shows is high risk. Not typically, it always shows high risk. You've got nothing reporting. You're a risky business in the eyes of almost everyone, including lenders. So your business credit profile is way more important than people realize, right? They just get their insurance rates and they pay it. They don't think they could save 5, 10, 15, 20, 30% or more if they had a strong business credit profile, right? So look, like I said, go to YouTube. YouTube suddenly has massive amounts of videos about business credit. Go on TikTok, but be careful. There is a lot of bad information out there. Like, be really careful. I'm not one to trash people who are out on social media individually, but you'll see it pretty quickly when you start hearing, get $100,000 in 2 weeks or 30 days, plus a $45,000 line of credit, and the government has to give it to you. Be careful, right? That's not real information. Okay, so why is the demand out there, right? US Bank study states that 82% of businesses fail due to cash flow troubles, right? 50% of small businesses, only 50% survive past, I believe it's 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. Here's the thing, access to credit is the number one reason stated by businesses who fail. They had a difficult time getting credit. And it's sad because they had access. They just didn't know. They didn't know what they didn't know, right? Business owners want to know how, and they want to know why, and they want to know the how, right? Credit Suite partners can and do help answer these questions and solve these problems. You are such an important part of our business plan because without you, we can't reach the millions of businesses that we want to reach. When Ty and Megan started this company, their goal was to help small business owners because Megan coming out of the banking industry and Ty coming out of a failed business. And he had no idea what business credit was. And once he found out, he was livid. Like, why didn't I have this? So he went on a deep dive to find out how he could help other small business owners. I personally have leveraged business credit. I built a pretty big printing company and a really big real estate investing company, and I leveraged business credit to do all of that. I did not use my personal credit for a ton of what I did. So buckle up. We're going to dive in a little bit deeper. All right. So look, it's not about who you know. I'm sorry, it's all about who you know, not about what you know. I wrote that. You think I would have remembered that, right? At least right now, right? You don't need a background in finance to help your customers build and leverage business credit. What you need are the right tools and resources. That's what's crucial to success in this field, right? Simply tapping into your existing customer base can generate an incredible revenue boost. Now, again, I'm talking to people who already have B2B customers. If you don't, but you're interested in going into this industry, you're more than welcome to hang in there. I'd love you to have a conversation with my sales team because we have ways to show you how to generate customers. But I'm not here to talk about that today. We talk about that in our partner training in different areas. So I don't want you to feel like, hey, I'm here. I don't really have customers for this right now. What I like to tell people is, do you know three business owners? If you know three business owners, you can get into this business and be profitable just by knowing three business owners. Okay, so let's dive a little further. Here's some concerns that immediately come to mind, and I'm sure all of you are thinking about this. Right, having a huge network of connections is not necessary for revenue growth. It's nice, right? You got 1 million followers on TikTok. Awesome, you're going to crush it. But you don't need it. You really don't. I can tell you I know partners, lots of them. Matter of fact, one of our biggest partners was straight on the street, right? Salespeople on the street, basically door to door. If there was Main Street, they'd go door to door and talk to business owners, show them their business credit reports. They actually paid to pull people's business credit reports and show them why they had a problem, and they were massively successful, right? So you don't need to have a huge network of connections. The right training and marketing materials can and should and will help you reach potential clients. We'll talk about how much of that we have. Matter of fact, I'll show you. Uh, And to be honest with you, focusing on existing clients yields way more profit than chasing new customers anyway. So if you have B2B customers, even if it's, 100 customers, when we talk about the gross profit, when you help them build their business credit, you're going to take that times 100 and start, the math's going to get you excited. Okay. So if they're your concerns, let's get rid of them. They should not be concerns. So then the question is why, right? So here's why. Developing a new product from scratch is neither the best nor the only way to succeed. Matter of fact, it's one of the most difficult ways to succeed. I know everybody wants to create their own app and make millions and millions of dollars, but no, let's live in reality. Most people don't have the ability to do that, right? Improving what you have or adding to what you have can be much more effective and certainly less costly. And focusing on your customers can have a massive impact on your revenue. So that's why we call it a bolt-on product. So what is a bolt-on product? Bolt-on product is products that others create and manage, if you get the right ones. They're easy to introduce to your customers, easy to upsell your customers or downsell, depending on the product you're already selling. This is important. Customers truly want and need it. Now, you almost never get anybody to call you up and say, hey, let me see who's in here. Samuel. Hey, Samuel. I really want to build my business credit. Almost never happens. That's because they're not sure that they need it. They need to be educated on that they need it, and that's so easy to do. Our training is unbelievable. It's actually really, really easy. I just gave you an example of somebody walking in with a business credit report, showing it to the owner, and the owner almost having a heart attack. Going, wait, what? Why is it saying that I'm high risk? Um, Look, you want a product that's managed for you so that your revenue is mostly hands off. And when I say mostly, it's not a set and forget it. Obviously, there's some sales involved. This is not affiliate marketing. You keep your customers, you keep the profit. Okay. I'm going to repeat that. These are your customers. You keep them, you keep the profit. Alls we are is a servicer for you, right? Nobody's calling your customers except the advising team who you want to have call them, but nobody from Credit Suite is going to ever call them. These are your customers. And that's what I love about this. So you can continue to scale this business. And you know what? More importantly, when your customers are happy, and they will be, you're the one getting the feedback, not us. We want them to come to you and recommend people to you. All right. That's a bolt-on product. I'll give you another example. So when I had my printing company, every once in a while I ran into people who wanted, I don't know, a brochure designed or a letterhead designed or a business card. We didn't have what we have now, access to all these computers. This was old school. Um, so we started a tiny little design agency. That was our bolt-on product. That bolt-on product was way more profitable than the printing company. Printing company ran at real low margins, but typically between 4 and 6%. The design agency, and it was all in-house, was about 75% profit. So if you don't think bolt-on products are amazing, they are. That's just one example. And you know it because if you go into a shoe store, right? When you get to the front, you go to check out, what do you see just lined up front? Socks, shoe shine material, bolt-on products, right? They're selling shoes, but they've got all these high profit products just sitting there that people buy, right? So again, it's not affiliate marketing. I want to be clear about that. Uh, okay. So let's talk about our partner program. It's a complete game changer. Uh, the problem with, and this is written a little bit wrong, the problem with not offering additional services to your existing clients is we are a nation of instant gratification. Would everybody agree that we are a nation of instant gratification, right? We walk in this, listen, that's why Walmart exists, right? We want to walk in and get everything we want right then. That's why Amazon does so well. Now we don't even have to leave. We can get everything we want except the house, and that's coming. Um, so the problem is when you have a customer and you're servicing them with whatever it is, if you're selling widgets, there are other people also selling widgets. And you don't want to lose that customer to that other producer of widgets. Well, what's great about having bolt-on products, especially when they're high value and high profit, is they're not going to go looking because you become a really important part of what they do. You become a trusted advisor, which is what we're looking to see you become. So no matter what you're, if you're an accountant, you're a bookkeeper, you have a credit repair company, it doesn't really matter. You're a business consultant. If You don't add on bolt-on products, I'm telling you, your competitors will. 100%. I've seen it. I'm not going to give an exact example because these are pretty big companies, but two competing companies doing exactly the same thing in the same industry, highly, highly profitable. One of them bolted on our product, one of them didn't. The one on the right, the one who did, their numbers have tripled since they've done it. This one's losing market share and they can't figure out why. I know exactly why. I know exactly why. Because the buyer who can buy from either one of these two, roughly the same price, looked and said, wait a minute, I got an opportunity to do this as well at the same time, which directly relates to my success in the business I'm in. I'm going to go here. So believe me when I tell you, not having these additional revenue resources, or more importantly, these additional services for your customers will directly impact you. You may not feel it today, but eventually you will, right? So that's why loss of existing customers is a direct result of it. So you've got to make every customer worth more. By not leveraging your customer list, you are losing, I think it says losing, missing opportunities for revenue expansion. Okay. That was my whole scare tactic. Now we're done with that, right? So today, you're going to have the opportunity to implement business credit and financing in the most efficient way possible. Then you're going to be able to imagine generating way more consistent additional revenue and profit. Uh, Caveat here, right? I can't promise you're going to be a billionaire, but like every other business, if you work it, it works, right? You're no longer going to be held hostage by the constant pressure of securing brand new customers every single day. The power of our reseller program, your existing customers will become a real steady source of additional income. Picture offering cutting edge business credit software and financing to your current clients, right? They're business owners. It's not only going to enhance their loyalty to you, but it positions your business as an authority in this industry. And it actually leads to adding on other bolt on products. I mean, I could go down a spider web here. Um, you got a picture. Imagine getting high level training. It doesn't take a lot, by the way. Um, there's no confusion, no guesswork. My friend, I'm going to pause. So, as the sales manager here at Credit Suite, I have to hire new salespeople. And one of the first things I say to them when they get started, because everybody's nervous, you can imagine if you've ever been hired as a salesperson in a new industry or a new product, it's scary because you feel like you don't know anything and you want to make sure you have all this intense training. And what I tell my team is that 99% of the people they talk to are going to have no idea about anything about business credit. They are going to sound like an absolute expert within 24 hours of working for us just by knowing just some real basics. They sound like experts. And I tell this to partners all the time. And of course, they don't believe me because I wouldn't believe me either. And then they go out and they have their first conversation and their second conversation and their third conversation. And they come back and they're like, oh man, these people think I'm a superstar. They think I know everything about business credit. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but they know he or she knows the basics. So that's why I'm so positive that you know, even if this is outside your comfort zone, you're not familiar with this. First of all, you're going to become an expert because if you become a reseller with us, you're going to build your business credit too. We want you to, we expect you to, and you get to do it for free, right? So it's important. And as you're doing it, like anything else, uh, difficult to teach somebody how to ride a bicycle until you get on a bicycle and ride it, right? Um, so what's going to happen is you're going to become a trusted advisor. You're going to become an expert. You're going to get the high level training. There's going to be any confusion, no guesswork. You're going to be equipped with all the tools, the knowledge, the resources to navigate the business credit landscape with ease and absolute confidence. This I am 100% sure of. Uh, Remember, I'm going to give you some insights a little bit later. All right. So here's what I promised you. During this webinar, first, you're going to discover how to generate more consistent revenue and profit without constantly bringing in new customers. I've said this, 8 times already? We're going to take a deep dive into the world of business credit. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I am a big believer in show and tell, right? So you'll see that even if you're not doing 6 figures or more in revenue yet, you're going to see the opportunity. Incorporating our software into your approach can help you blast through those profit plateaus that we have all experienced. Anybody who's grown a business knows, and every business is a little bit different, but knows we hit these numbers and we get stuck. We get stuck. We can't get through them. We tend to back up before we can get through them, get a little momentum. Uh, that's what's great about bolt-on revenue. It can actually push you through those profit plateaus and you don't even realize it's happening. It can be so profitable. I've had business owners who become resellers make their primary business their secondary business, and this became their primary because they're like, it's that easy, right? Does that resonate with you? Right? Tell me, does that resonate with you? I'm not getting any comments in here at all. Are you guys asleep? Do I need to yell? Wake you up? Come on. Somebody say hello. There you go. Jamal. Perfect. Thank you. There you go, Denise. All right. Perfect. All right. So look, next, you're going to learn some valuable insights on how to offer high quality business credit software and financing to your existing customers. The beauty of this is that it works perfectly, whether you have a customer list of 10 or 10,000 or 100,000 or a million. It doesn't matter. And there's more, right? You're going to get to see our exclusive training and support, including sales techniques, marketing, social media posts, more videos. Basically, and I'm not allowed to say this, so I'm not going to say it. Okay. I'm going to pretend that I'm saying it. It's almost like a business in a box, almost. Right. So if I can deliver all that, do you feel like your time will be well spent today? If I can just show you exactly what this looks like, whether it's something you want to pull the trigger on or not is not important. But do you feel like learning this can actually expand your mind a little bit? Think about your business, think about your customers, what needs they might have. Maybe there's another bolt-on product that actually makes sense to you, right? Be like, oh, I never thought about that, right? If you're a real estate agent, I was a real estate investor. So as a real estate investor, my primary business was real estate investing. Here were my bolt-on products. Started a construction company, right? I needed one for flipping houses, but why not sell retail? Started a property management company, got my real estate license. All of that was bolt-on products, all of it. Ironically, my real estate license business almost beat my real estate investing business from a revenue point of view. So don't discount bolt-on products, right? We all get stuck in our tunnels. I want you to expand that a little bit. All right. So you guys all agree that it's worth your time? Let's dive in a little further. All right. Look, you're going to be prepared. Step out of your comfort zone a little bit here. I think I've made it a little comfy for you. This webinar is specifically designed for entrepreneurs ready to confront their business growth limitations. Your commitment to change is the first step towards increasing your revenue. I'm going to speed this up. I've already got a half hour in, and I want to get you out of here quickly. So why should you listen to me? Because I'm the guy talking. I'm the sales director for the largest business credit network. We've assisted 100,000 businesses in building and leveraging business credit. We empower businesses to achieve financial stability and growth. In other words, we're really, 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 really good at this. Yes, we are going to get to the point. Look, I've built a business. I know I've built multiple businesses. I know the struggle. I have a passion for teaching about business credit. I don't claim to know it all. I love to share what I'm doing. My reason is basically, look, as you get older, it becomes less about building, building, building. And it becomes more about sharing, 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 right? I'm sure some of you in here are close to my age or similar in age. At some point, it's just about you just want to share. I like to see other people's business grow. I actually get just as much a kick out of that as I did in building my own. So that's one of the reasons I do that. Think about why you do what you do, right? Write down your big reason. Remember, this is a journey. It's more than just about business, right? If you want, share your reason in chat. Let everybody know. I love when people share that. Okay. So let's get into it because I heard somebody say, let's get to the point. Let's get to it. I get it. All right. Let me remind you of three game changers we're going to talk about today. Constant customer myth, right? Many believe the only way to increase revenue is bringing in new customers. We're going to debunk this today. Number two, the risk of outdated solutions and losing customers because they're actually looking for additional services. We're going to, we rewind a few minutes when I was talking about that. We touched on the dangers of using outdated software, outdated processes, having outdated information, or just not having nothing at all, right? And then there's the big one. We're going to talk about the fundability partner strategy, how to leverage this. All right. Because somebody brought that up, perfect timing. I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to start with the partner strategy first, right? I'm going to cover all the points, including constant customer myth and outdated solutions, but let's get into the partner program first, right? So again, all about our partner program. It equips businesses and entrepreneurs with specialized training, advanced software to offer business credit and financing solutions to their clientele. Pause. What software are you talking about, Steve? Let's take a look at it. Let's go fundability. And let's pull up the software that I'm actually talking about. Okay. So for those of you who have never seen it, this is fundability. This is the product. This is what your customers will see. Okay. This is a game changer. When I say it's a game changer, there is a major business credit reporting agency who fell in love when they saw it and they're going to put it on their dashboard. Can't tell you who it is. You'll see it eventually. um, because they understand, they get that this makes sense for small business owners. All right, so your clients log in, they're going to see up here, everybody up here can see Credit Suite up on the left-hand side. It won't say Credit Suite. It'll say your company logo, whatever your company logo is, right? It's going to take them through the entire business credit building process. But more importantly, as they're adding each of these five pillars, it's building their fundability score. Like every other credit score, the higher their fundability score goes, the easier it is to get financing, right? So it takes them through just the basic foundations. You guys have all heard Ty's webinars, the business address, the entity, ownership, your EIN, do you have a business phone, website, email, business license, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Then it's going to take them to their financials, right? Time in business, do they have a business bank account, tax returns, financial statements, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm just giving you an idea. Then their business credit reports, have they registered with D&B, Experian, Equifax? Do they have trade lines reporting? Do they need help disputing inaccuracies? What is their payback score? Then personal credit, because don't let anybody fool you. Personal credit's important, okay? Business credit is not replacement for personal credit. Business credit is a way to protect your personal credit. This is where people get really confused, and this is where there's some really bad information out there. Anybody that tells you you can get unsecured loans for millions of dollars just having strong business credit and wrecked personal credit is lying to you. However, you can protect your personal credit, keep it in the 700s by leveraging your business credit and not using your personal credit. Anyhow, so we take them through that. Then we teach them how to actually apply. Teach them about the submissions, how to troubleshoot them, how to renegotiate, how to reverse denials, right? So, all right. So there's your five pillars. So that sounds cool, Steve. That's great. But what's that doing for them? Well, if I take them into the business credit builder, we actually take them through all their building, all the tiers, the different vendors, et cetera. If I go to business funding and go to Funding Explorer or Trade Vendor Match, it will actually show based on their fundability score and what's reporting who's going to approve them right now, right? And they click on it and they apply and it's done. So this is a no-brainer. Now, keep in mind, there's a whole team of advisors that are guiding them through this process, but this will take them through this. It's super easy to follow. And again, as they begin getting more and more vendors through their funding manager, we can see who they're approved for, right? How much they were approved for, tell them when to renegotiate a higher limit, because that's one of the things people forget, right? I have a $10,000 limit with Home Depot. I need an expansion. I've had it with a year. Go back and ask. They'll typically double it, right? So we show them when it's time to apply to increase. And then we'll take them into the Funding Explorer and show them. Now you see match. We'll show them based on the info that's in here what they're going to be approved for. Are they approved for revenue financing? Oh, they're not. How come? Well, it turns out their time in business is not 6 months and their business bank account hasn't been uploaded yet, right? So this is going to show them whether or not they're going to be approved. Hey, this one's revenue isn't quite high enough. Their time in business is a little short. Now, why is that important? Right? Steve, who cares if you know why you got denied? What are you kidding me? If you know why you're denied, then you know what to fix. And just as importantly, you know when to apply, right? It's telling you, hey, you're not ready. Don't waste your time. You're not going to get approved. There are better options out here. Maybe it's the credit card stacking service. Maybe it's a line of credit. Maybe it's using your retirement account. Maybe it's a real estate investment loan. Maybe it's book of business. Maybe it's equipment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You get it? Right? So this system will guide them to where they need to be. Now, let me ask you, how many people think that would be valuable for their customers? Just to be able to follow this process and get funding when they need it, right? Somebody's asking what my last name is. My last name is Wible, like Bible. Don't screw it up. It's Wible, like Bible. Okay. So your customers are going to have access to this. And keep in mind, they have unlimited, and when I say unlimited, I mean unlimited coaching for 1 year. Now, what does that mean, Steve? So we have an advising phone number that they call. First of all, the advisors are going to call them. They're not even waiting for the customer to call. We're going to call them, right? We're going to call from Fundability, not Credit Suite, because Fundability is the product. They're going to call them usually within 15 minutes of getting logged in. And then they're going to call them every day for the first 4 or 5 days. But your clients can call 5 times a day, 5 days a week for the whole year. There's no limitation. If they have a question, we want them to call. And they work from 9 a.m. Eastern till 8 p.m. Right. So they're covering West Coast as well. Right. So 9 a.m. to 8 and unlimited. Think about that. If you had to build this, if you wanted to offer this service and you wanted to coach people, could you offer unlimited coaching, take every single phone call every day from hundreds of customers and guide them through this process? What would that cost you? To build that team would be ridiculously expensive. When I tell you what it costs you for this product and what we sell it for, your mind's gonna go pump, gone. So anyway, so this is what they get. They also get access to something called Bureau Insights. Now, this is a customized business credit report. I heard somebody mention NAV in there. So I'm going to pull up Walmart's business credit report. Now, how can I do that? Because business credit reports are public information. If you're willing to pay for it, you have access to it, which means I can call every one of you. I can pull every one of your business credit reports if I wanted to. So this is taking a minute to load. Bear with me. So this is called Bureau Insights. What this is all three credit reporting agencies merged into one bank report. This is what lenders look at. It's not only going to show what each credit reporting agency has on them, it's going to show what their cash flow is like if they're doing their taxes. It's going to show what their risk scores are, how long they've been in business. Are the addresses the same? Do they match? Is there a fraud alert? Is there a UCC filing? All the things. This is not loading, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. It might be my internet. Um, Walmart's got a massive business credit report, so it usually takes a little time. But anyhow, that's what they're going to get. All right. So that's fundability. Does everybody understand when I say fundability what I'm talking about? Is everybody good with that? Everybody good? Perfect. Okay. That's the product. Let's talk about what you have. So now you have that product. This is what the back office is for a partner. Now, when they log in, they have their home page, which is right here, and then they have access to Credit Suite Academy. Those of you who want to know how to spell my name, there it is right there. Okay. So on your homepage dashboard, you get some really interesting information. Now, think about this. You get to see the average time to call your customer and leave a first note. Now, look at most of these are under what, 95 seconds, a minute 47, a minute 26. They don't pop above 10 minutes, right? There's a couple. There's one at 15. There's one at 22 minutes. I can't imagine. That might have been a weekend. My point is, you can see how long it takes for our team to reach out. How cool is that, right? You know how quickly we're responding to your clients. In addition to that, we're going to show every account your clients have and how many accounts they have. Every single account they have. How many accounts with terms accepted? How much lending they've gotten over time. So on this date, one of your clients got $68,000. So you have a brief overview of what's happening with your clients. That's just a brief. Now let's go to clients. So you enter the client in. Now here's what's cool. And I'll train you all. If you sign up while you're in my webinar, uh, I'm going to personally onboard you. I'm going to set up a custom webinar for next Friday. I'm going to personally on you. We're going to get to that, Jamal, I promise. All right. So look, when you click on clients, it's going to tell you how many accounts your clients have, how many have logged in, how many have gotten started. That's important to know, right? How many have at least 3 trade accounts reporting? How much lending has been funded? In this case, 1,132,000. Has one or more accounts on lending. Average time to get their first funding account. How many funding accounts they got? How much the total approvals are, $8 million. Now, think about that from a marketing point of view. Hey, I help business owners get over $8 million in credit in the last 6 months, right? How's that from a marketing point of view, right? Then below it, you're going to have every one of your customers. Now, I'm not going to open these up because some of these are real customers, but it tells you where they stand, what they've gotten done. And if I click on their name, it will show them notes. All right, I'll quickly show you some notes. Some of these won't be real. This is every client will have a list of notes. What I mean by notes is my team calls them, they have a conversation, they type the whole thing out so you can see exactly what's been said. And what's really cool is you also can leave a note for my team, right? Hey, this is Army. I just signed up Larry. He doesn't need a call today, but he'd love for somebody to reach out to him tomorrow and hit submit. My team instantly gets that. A note gets created for them. They know to call Larry tomorrow. right? I picked on Army and Larry because they just were talking to each other. So it's real time access to what's happening with your clients. Now, why is that important? Because let's say Larry calls Army up and says, "Hey, man, this fundability system, it doesn't seem to be working for me. I'm just not real happy about it." I don't ever expect that to happen, but it could. Army says, "Let me take a look, Larry. Let me pull up your account." And he pulls it up, or he or she, I'm not sure who that is, and says, "Larry, I look here. We've called you 11 times. You've never taken one phone call. It doesn't even look like you've logged in. Yeah, it's not working because you haven't done anything, right? Cool. So this way you're never blindsided." All right. So we want to stay away from the negatives. In addition to that, we have something called a fundability scan. A fundability scan is a scan where you could send it out to your clients, your prospects, your current customers. They can fill their information in. It will scan and let them know if they have a problem with the way their business looks to lenders. How awesome would that be? It doesn't pull their personal credit. It lets them know how they look to lenders. It also populates all of that in here for you. So now you know that Steve ran a fundability scan. You have the complete results, and you know that Steve has a problem. Might be a good time to call Steve, right? And start talking about the fundability program, right? Then you have users. If you have people, if you have an assistant or a processor or whatever, we can give them access as well, so they can add clients. Adding clients is really simple. First name, last name, email, phone number, state they're in, and you're done. That's it. Hands off. It's finished. Remember I said it was easy? Done. All right. Then you have this link to CS Academy, Credit Suite Academy. What that is for partners looks a little different than most. Okay. This is going to, if I click on Partner Home, if it pulls up quickly, this is going to show you our weekly training that we do for every partner. Okay. So every week, for some reason, this is not loading. My internet must be slow today. I'm sorry. Uh, there we go. Now you're starting to see it. So every week we do live training every single Tuesday. As a matter of fact, it's happening right now. We do live training on something that we feel is important for our partners. That might be how we scaled our marketing team, how to get social media, people to interact with you on social media, how to close sales. I've gone through, I don't know, 20 itinerations of a sales script. So all of this we give you for free. We do it every week. It's live, and if you don't attend it, it doesn't matter. On your homepage is the recording. And just as importantly, in your back office are 500 of the past ones. I mean, there's so many of them. Over 10 years, 52 weeks a year, right? It's kind of interesting to go back and look at the ones from 10 years versus now. The way we sell, it's just completely different. So we're going to train you at your leisure whenever you want to watch it. Right. Then we have something called a fundability certification. Remember, I talked about you'll be an expert. It doesn't take long. You'll go through this entire course at your leisure when you want to go through it. It's all videos. There's a quiz at the end. When you're done, trust me, you'll be an expert. I didn't get this much information when I started at Credit Suite. I got hired on a Friday. On Monday, I was selling. And I knew enough from the weekend just doing research that I was good to go. Okay. Then we're going to give you, and I'm going to not spend too much more time on this, but partner resource. If I go into partner resources, it's unbelievable what you have access to. Besides the weekly training, you're going to have access to videos, PowerPoints. Where do you see what's in here? Videos, PowerPoints, social media posts, emails, ebooks. Let's click on an ebook just so you can see what I'm talking about. Customizable ebooks. How to establish business bank rating for a business is a great ebook. We open that up. And if it loads, because again, I have slow internet, there we go. Where do you see this? And they're all like this. It is a professional. Is it loading? Is it loading? Yeah, it is. It's loading. It's a professional ebook, right? It's 27 pages that you can customize. If you have a PDF editor, you can customize that, put your logo on it. You can send this to your current list of customers. That's just one little item. There are so many in here. Let's go back to the seller resources. There's demo videos. Speaking of demo videos, you actually get a demo account, plus you get to build your business credit too. You also get your own account. I could spend hours in here, and I will when I onboard you. We give you testimonials, videos, website templates. Matter of fact, there's even an upgrade where you can get your website done for you. PowerPoints. There are PowerPoints in here that I've used in front of live audiences, over 1,000 people, that has sold unbelievably well. Flyers, old school. I had a kid that became a partner. I say kid, under 30, uh, and printed out flyers and was handing them out in his local businesses, and he sold 5 his first week. Like, we give you so much, you'll never be able to use it. All right. Then we have some things that are coming. We've got a GPT. I can tell you I have access to these GPTs. One of them is a sales GPT. You're talking to a customer, it will tell you how to overcome objections or what industry they're in, what they can leverage business credit to scale their business. The last webinar Ty and I did, we started a chocolate company, just a chocolate company. I named the company. And we went through and built the company, started it, and then went into GPT, asked for the proper NIAX code, which we'll give you. And then it told me exactly what I can use business credit for to scale my business. It was ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So you're going to get access to that. You're going to get access to boot camps, master classes, courses. We have challenges, uh, everything you need. So I'm going to move back to our presentation because I know you're going to have questions, but that's basically what we're talking about. That's the partner program. Now, I know everybody's asking how much, right? We're going to get to that because you're hanging in here. If you've gone to our website and looked at our pricing, today is going to blow you away, right? I'm going to give you all a holiday present. I'm not going to say Christmas anymore, right? So look, you're going to get live one-on-one coaching for your clients and yourself. You get advanced sales and marketing training. Uh, let's talk about how it works, right? Everybody wants to know how it works. How do I make money, Steve? Right? So if I go to our website right now and I pull up Credit Suite, and I go to our fundability program. I want you to see in real time what we retail that for, right? So fundability, I think it's here under pricing. You'd think I know my website. Okay. So there, everybody see that? $3,000? Everybody sees that's what our fundability program sells for, $3,000. Everybody see that? Give me a hands up, thumbs up, something. Okay. Can everybody see it? Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So you see $3,000. Now, what if I told you, and I have partners, and I showed you one example, they sell it for $5,000. We don't limit what you sell it for. We limit what you can advertise it for. We don't let you advertise it for below a certain amount, just so nobody's cutting each other's throats. But we don't limit what you can sell it for. And if you add other products, you can actually increase it up to as high as I've seen 10 grand. But let's just talk about what we sell for. We sell it for 3 grand. Now imagine, what do you think? Somebody see if they can nail this number. Give me what would be a good wholesale cost for a $3,000 retail program. So you're selling it for $3,000, but you've got to buy it, right? What do you think a reasonable wholesale cost for a $3,000 program would be? See if somebody can guess. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, the numbers are flying in. Uh, 2,200, 400. That's not reasonable. I think that's pretty low. 400, 1,700. David, David nailed it. So David nailed it. 700. That's your wholesale cost. As low as 500 if you start buying in bulk. So if you buy 5 at a time, you're going to pay less than somebody who gets 1 at a time. But let's just use 700 because I like to think worst case scenario, right? So Will Stanley, who's in here, is my customer. I sell Will this program for 2,700. I go cheaper than 29.97. I go like, well, listen, I'm going to make you a deal. I'm going to sell it to you for $2,700. Matter of fact, I'll give you payments. Pay me 1350 and 1350 30 days from now. So I'm getting 2,700. Now, I collect that money from Will. I go to my partner program and I buy the product for 700. I just made 2 grand. I enter first name, Will Stanley, email, phone number, state, hit submit. It's all automated from there. Will gets his login. He logs in. He's going to see your logo, or in this case, my logo. My advising team's going to reach out right away. He's going to interact with them on a regular basis. And you just made 2 grand, right? 2 grand. Now think about that. If you have an existing customer, right? Do you make $2,000 profit from every customer? And it could be more. The best part of it is you don't have to do anything. It's so simple, it's almost ridiculous, right? Your client dashboard is going to show you every interaction. You're never going to be blindsided. You're going to know exactly what's happening. You're never in the dark. Log in every day, see what's happening with your customers, right? Now, here's what's cool. Let's say I enter Will in and Will builds his business credit and he's doing well and his personal credit's being protected now because he's no longer using it to run his business. And he decides he wants to get a loan. He clicks on that little funding. I showed you guys the funding tab, Funding Explorer. And it turns out he's qualified for an SBA loan, whatever. Just pick a loan, doesn't matter. And he applies for it. And I don't know about it. I have no idea that he's done that. Now, if I'm checking the dashboard, I'll see it. But let's say I don't check the dashboard over the next 3 weeks. I just don't. And he gets funded. Guess who gets a commission? And I didn't even know what happened. And I have literally seen people get 5-figure commissions, had no idea why they were getting them. Remember in the beginning, I said, these are your customers. They're not ours. They're your customers. So you get paid on what they do, which is really cool. Now that $2,000 just went to what? 5,000, 3,000, 10,000, who knows? Depends on the loan, right? So you're going to get paid even if you have no idea. I love that, right? Um, Look, we wanted our partners to be profitable quickly and also have their customers become massive raving fans. This is why we created Fundability to begin with, something that ultimately abolished the need for hiring a team of financial experts, developing a new product, hiring a whole bunch of people. It doesn't matter. This saves you time and money in the process. I was going to say, as you're about to witness, we've hit the mark, but I've already showed you. You guys got to see what I'm talking about. This quickly enables you to make sales. Now, when I get into the price, you're going to laugh at how few of these you have to sell to literally recover your entire investment and be profitable, right? So look, see, I skipped ahead because I was trying to get you guys out of here quickly. I've already taken a look. It's powerful stuff, right? You are some of our first potential partners to have access to this other than our beta. You have a wide open market with over, get this, 30 million businesses in the US, and on average, 5 million new ones per year. 5 million. Now, do you see why we desperately need our resellers? We can't reach 30 million, or we can't even reach the new ones at 5 million. There's no way we're reaching 30 million. We still don't have that kind of reach. American Express can barely reach them, right? We need our resellers. The reason we need them is because we want to help business owners and we just can't do it ourselves. This is Ty's goal, help small business owners. This is Megan's goal, help small business owners, and we can't reach them all. We just don't have the budget to advertise nationwide. American Express would crush us every time if we tried to fight with them over those certain terms. So we need our resellers. And because we need them, we're willing to let you keep most of the money. Okay? All right. So this is a proven method to amplify your revenue and profit without the need for extra workforce or new products. You're going to leverage business credit education for your customers. You're going to increase their lifetime value and your profits. We're going to provide you with high quality marketing materials, software, training for success, saves time and money compared with other outdated solutions, if you can even find them. Look, this is cutting edge. I wish I saw this before I worked for Credit Suisse, to be honest with you. Now that I work for Credit Suisse and I have worked for Credit Suisse, I can never become a partner. It doesn't matter if you have a client list of 10, 10,000 or a million. Doesn't matter if you don't have finance experience. Doesn't matter if your business is a little stuck in the mud. No big deal. This can actually unstick it. All right. If the thought about hiring more employees gives you a headache, I agree. Don't do it. If you don't have time or inclination to spend years developing a new product, who does? If you're not a salesy type person, I'm going to pause on that because I am a salesy type person if you haven't figured that out yet. We have the tools to help you with that. We give the training that will put you over the top. Matter of fact, what's great about this, I showed it to all of you first, and I was seeing the comments in here. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I have to have this. That's all you really have to do. Once you show it to someone, it's a game changer. I can tell you, I've had influencers that I've reached out to that would not even have a conversation with me, sent a video, suddenly I've got a meeting, did a demo, suddenly they want the product. It's unbelievable. Lenders see this and they want the product because they know how powerful this is. Lenders. You think about that. If a lender wants their customers to have access to this, why do you think that is? Because lenders make money when they loan, right? So the more customers that they can get qualified, the more money they make. Well, this shows their customers, how to be qualified. It's brilliant, right? So we're going to teach you how to sell the product, no problem. All right. So now what's this worth, right? What's this worth? All right, look, I'm going to give you one last testimony, and then we're going to dive in, right? So Cheryl R, I am not allowed to say her last name. I wish I could. Was a bank lender in the past, and she thought she knew all about financing and funding options available for businesses. Even went through the bank loan process when she got ready to purchase an existing business. Found out what the process was very tedious. The paperwork required was extensive, and it took months to complete the whole process. After that experience, she learned that there are a lot of different funding options available for businesses, but most business owners have no idea how to even get the money. She was very excited when learning about fundability and how it helps business owners get ready to access capital. Her clients absolutely love the hand-holding and easy-use software. It's the easiest product she has ever sold. Easiest product she has ever sold. How hard is it to sell success, right? Not that difficult. All right. So why does it work so well? I'm going to skip through a lot of this. I think, would you all agree? Do you believe this works well? Would you all agree you feel like this is something that most business owners could use, right? Perfect. All right. So I'm not going to go into the rest of that. You don't need to hear all that, right? What you want to know is the real deal, right? So Jeff said, you got funding through me. I love it. Okay. So here's the deal. If you go to our website, our VIP program sells for $5,497, which is a great deal considering what you get. Think about it. Now, pause. I'm not saying you're paying that. I'm just telling you that's a great deal because we discussed the money, right? Sell for 2,700, cost you 700, you make 2 grand, you sell 2.5 of these, you are profitable. What business can you go into where you sell 2 of your inventory or 3 and you're profitable? That's it. Cost of acquisition is over. Try starting a car lot that way. Imagine that. Imagine buying a car lot and be like, well, if I sell 3 cars, I get all my money back. Doesn't happen, right? It's impossible. So 54.97 is a really good deal. You're not paying that. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you some really cool opportunities. All right. So like I said, it's definitely worth the 54.97, but you're going to get even more. Now, imagine if it's only half successful. Forget half successful. If you could just sell 3, you're profitable, and then you've got lifetime access, right? So let me get you to the good deal. But first, let's talk vacations. Who wants to go on vacation? Who wants to go on vacation? Come on. The season's here, right? Who wants to go on a free vacation? Here's what we're going to do. I have 9. I don't have 10. I don't have 8. I don't have 7. I have 9. Kim, how many do I have? How many vacations do I have? Somebody tell me, how many vacations do I have? I'm going to keep repeating this. That's right. I have 9, which is a finite number, not to be renewed. I have 9. I bought 80. They're all gone except for these 9. All right. I'm going to keep repeating that because if the 10th person calls me and says, I want my vacation, you're SOL. Everybody clear on that? I've got 9. Okay. So if you buy our partner program, we're going to give you this vacation. It's 100 different destinations around the world. It's 4 days, 3 nights, free. Free. All you have to pay. There is no sales pitch. There's no timeshare. These are true hotels, real hotels, 5-star deals. You're going to pay the transfer tax. That's it. You're going to pay to get there. So if you want to go to Vegas, you got to fly to Vegas, but you're going to get your hotel for free. No cost, no sales pitch, not a timeshare. These are real hotels. Okay. So we're going to give you that if you do a full pay. Now I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do a full pay. But let's talk about your price. I'm going to get rid of that sales training. We're done with that. I want you to go to this link right now, creditsuite.com/partner webinar. I'm going to show it to you. Get ready to get excited. Now, 54.97, I told you. Look at that number, 41.20. We're cutting 25% off, and we're going to give you Credit Suite Academy. And by the way, Larry, you're right. Scarcity doesn't work anymore, but this truly is scarce. I have 9 left. I was trying to decide what to do with them. I didn't know what to do. I thought about giving them to my employees as a bonus. And I'm like, I'll bring them here. I have 9 of them, right? I'm only being clear about that because I don't want anybody calling me saying, I want that vacation, and they're gone, right? So 9. The only place it's being offered is here in this room today. All right. So the one payment's 4120. The monthly payments are 560 a month. And we have a third party source that you can get qualified at where it'll be 385 a month. So 4120 versus 5497. You get access to Credit Suite Academy, which is a $50 a month subscription for free. And that's lifetime access. And again, we can get you third party financing. Now we have another third party financing source that'll give you 12 months, uh, similar payment. All they do is look at your business credit profile. They look at your bank account to make sure you're not negative, and they'll finance as well. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to type this number in here, 877-600-2487, 877-600-2487. If you need financing options, reach out to my team. My team will be waiting for your call. Say, hey, I'm interested. I want the partner program. By the way, the vacation's for the one pay only, 4120. That's if you're going to do one payment. Now, if you use the third party financing, that counts as a one payment because they're going to pay us in full and then they're going to offer you financing and finance the program. However, if you want in-house financing and you don't want to have anybody look at your business credit profile, you don't want anybody looking at your bank account, we'd have the in-house payments of 560. You can even get started and refi out of it later. If you just want to get in, get rolling, make sure it's real, you could do that. You're going to get the vacation if you do a full pay. And what I'm going to do, I know who's here. We track that. When you sign up, I'm going to set a special webinar to onboard you all together. In other words, I'm going to answer everyone's question. I'm going to guide you through logging in, guide you through setting up your website, guide you through everything you need, including the sales pitch. I'm going to personally do that for everybody who's in this webinar, and I'll know if you were here. So not 5497, 4120 instead of 697, 560 a month. Is there a monthly member fee? There is not a monthly fee. So here's the only caveat on this. Every year you have to be certified to sell this product. We want to make sure you're not selling it wrong. However, if you sell five customers a year, we waive that $497 fee. So if you don't, to stay as a partner, it's $409 to be able to actively sell, $497 yearly. But we make it so easy because everybody sells at a minimum five. Now think about that. If everybody sells at a minimum five and the average profit's $2,000 or more, that's 10 grand. You invest 4 grand to get 10 grand. Sign me up. Where can I do that? And don't forget, who remembers, how much do we retail fundability for? Somebody type that in there. How much do we retail fundability for? Anybody remember? Nope, not 5K, Will. 29.97. That's right. That's right, David. That's right, Alex. So 29.97 we retail fundability for. You're getting that for free. With this partner program at 4,100, you're getting $3,000 program included. Oh, and you're getting access to Credit Suite Academy that's $50 a month forever, right? So let's just take 1 year, 50 times 12, that's 600. So you're getting 29.97 plus 600. So $3,600, you're paying 4,120. You're getting access to a ridiculous profit center. 4,120. Payments of 560 a month or lower. Call my team. Don't stress out. If you're sitting there going, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, plus the kickbacks. Yeah, I mean, you're right, on the loans, plus the commissions on loans. If you're stressed out about the 560 payment, it's cool. Call my team, 877-600-2487. They will help you. We'll find a way if you're serious about this, we'll find a way. And oh, by the way, because you are getting that 29.97 program, $3,000, that is an educational program. I'm not an accountant. You might want to check with your accountant, but I believe that's a tax write-off, right? Whenever I pay for education, I write it off of my taxes, right? So the $700, Jeff, is the cost for enrollments. That's the wholesale. It's like you have a store and you want to put a Coca-Cola on the shelf. That's the $700, okay? You don't need to spend that today. You only spend that when you sell one, right? So, hey, Will, if you did sign up with Credit Suite 5 years ago, reach out to my team. We'll even get, depending on what we've got, we can give you credit towards the purchase of the partner program, all right? Give my team a call, 877-600-2487. And I'm telling you, if sharing another company I have here, A lot of you will get approved if you have a legitimate business, you have a business bank account, you have your address is legitimate. That's important. They're going to look at your business credit profile. They may approve you on the spot for a much lower payment, right? But give my team a call. It's instant. They'll know in 30 seconds. And if you don't get approved with them, no big deal. We can keep it in-house. We don't care either way. We just want to help you. I'd love you to see you get those 9 vacations, um, or 8, depending if anybody's bought yet. I haven't checked. Or you can simply go to our website, creditsuite.com/partner dash webinar. Partner dash webinar. I probably should get back to the webinar. There it is. Partner dash webinar. Okay. I'm going to stop here. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. This is where I go into the back end sales pitch. But honestly, you know what I want you to do? I want you to ask me questions. Who's got questions? I'm going to be happy to answer all your questions before I go. About 20 minutes. You could put them right in the chat. You do not have to throw them into the Q&A. You can throw them right into the chat if you've got a question. If you want to see something again, I'll pull it up. If you're not sure how the math works, we can go over that again. If you're concerned that you can't sell, we can talk about the solution to that. There's even options for my team to sell your customers. Now, you don't keep as much money, but that option is always available as well. And if nobody has any questions, then I'm expecting to see at least 65 or 70 of you as new partners. Oh, I see Jay raised his hand. Somebody else. Who else raised their hand? Let's see. Army, you raised your hand a long time ago. What do you got? All right, if I don't see any questions, I'm going to end this and let everybody get back to what they were doing. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I have affiliate partners. Can they be incorporated in the system? Absolutely, Malona. Reach out to my team. 100%. We'll have you talk to Profit Lifter. We could set you up so you can have affiliate partners just sending you business all day long. We have a great product for that. Is it possible for foreigner I have an LLC? Yeah, Samuel, it's possible for a foreigner to absolutely become a partner. I have lots of them to do. Uh, as long as you have businesses that you talk to, absolutely, not a problem. I can tell you it's difficult to build business credit unless your business is in our country, right? If you have a business in our country, you have an address in Delaware, let's say, you could build business credit for it. I don't sell to businesses. That's okay, Jay. I figured it'd be a couple of you here. If you're still interested in this product, we could show you how to build a list. I can get you talking to our one of our other companies, Profit Lifter. Well, it's not our companies, but that will show you how to do that. I paid 9.9% for about $100,000 credit cards I got from you. It's only $700 to pay you to fund this, and the rest goes to me. Uh, yeah, no, Jeff, that's a little bit different. So the funding, let's talk about the funding. If your client gets funding, what happens is, let's use that 9.9%. Okay, you obviously did the credit card stacking program. So you put the client in, you pay $700, you put your client in, and they get that same exact program. Now, Credit Suite didn't get 9.9%, the lender did. We are not a direct lender. Okay, we facilitate loans to help our clients, but we're not a direct lender. So they will pay us a percentage of that 9.9%. I wish it was 9.9%, but it's nowhere close to that. We'll then take that and split that with our partners. Okay. So let's say they gave us, and I don't know the numbers, I'm not in charge of the finance team, but let's say they gave us 30%. So in your case, that'd be $3,000. We would then send you a portion of that $3,000, depending on what level of partner you are, whether you have the executive or not. And that's something my sales team can talk to you about. But it's basically free money, Jeff. That's really what it boils down to, because you didn't sell it, right? Your clients were in our system. Our team, through interviewing your clients, found out they were interested in getting a loan. We help facilitate it. If they don't use us, we're okay with that too. We're just trying to help facilitate them. We're trying to service your customer. And if they get a loan, you get paid. How do I find out about that program? Jay, which program is that, Jay? The funding program, or to show you how to market if you don't sell to business owners now? Reach out to my team. They'll talk to you about that. Okay. So we have a sister company called Profit Lifter where you can get your website customized. They can show you how to do advertising using AI, running ads on social media, a full CRM. There's a ton. We have an upgrade to the 5497 partner program that is a really deep dive. I don't want to do that today. I don't want to waste your time, but call my team. Don't hesitate. Give them a call. If you feel like this makes sense for you and this is the business you want to go into, absolutely give them a call. They'll guide you through the process, Jay. Okay. Make sure you let them know I told you to call. Yes, Angela, you will get emailed a replay If you've registered for this webinar and you attended, you will get emailed a replay opportunity. So yeah, your LLC's in Ohio, Samuel, no problem. Uh, any other questions? See, once the questions start, I notice they tend to roll, right? I know you got some more questions. Perfect. Okay, listen, there's about 60 of you sitting in here. Seriously, I'm curious how honest everybody is here. What can I upgrade? Yes, you can, Jamal. How many of you are feeling like you got to reach out to my team? This is something that you're gonna leverage to increase your revenue and your profits this year. How do I compare to my main competitor? Great question, Malona. I love that you asked that question. First, no real competitor, right? Second of all, our competitors, and I don't even say competitors, we're trying to build them is our resellers. We want that. Oh, I want to butcher your name, so I'm going to say you need to get some funding so you can buy this. Reach out. My team's got third-party financing. They can help you. Um, there is one company that tries to be like us, but it's not even close. Outdated stuff. I, I'll share with you this. I had somebody offer me an opportunity to go work for them. They wanted me to go do the same thing there. And when I looked at their product, it was PDFs, and the information on there was outdated. Everybody saw at the beginning, I have a book that's on Amazon. You can go look it up right now. Do not buy that book. The information in there is outdated. That's the problem with our industry. People will take information they learned 10 years ago from us, 5 years ago from us. I mean, Ty has been spreading this word for years. They'll take that information and then they'll go out and try and start a business to compete with us, but they're spewing old, outdated information. Most of you aren't going to know who this is, but some of you are going to laugh. In my book, one of the people I tell you to go get business credit from is a company called Radio Shack. When's the last time any of you have ever seen a Radio Shack? Right? You're probably laughing. A bunch of the older ones like me are laughing, right? The younger ones have no idea what I'm talking about, right? But that's my point. That book's outdated. That's only a few years old, right? Last week, oh, you saw Radio Shack? Really? I haven't seen a Radio Shack in years. They had one in Detroit. I loved them. Radio Shacks were great. Matter of fact, they were one of the best companies to get business credit from at one time, right? So that's the problem. So when we talk about competitors, there really are none because no one has a staff like we have that researches every vendor on a regular basis. Every week we get updates, right? Will, I love that you're talking to my team now. Fred said, I did Credit Suite about 2 years ago. I used personal credit to finance the business and messed up both personal credit, and now I need to rebuild both. Reach out, Fred. If you did it a couple of years ago, talk to my team. They're going to help you out, okay? Um, I can tell you, as a partner, you're going to get to build your business credit. We want you to become an expert. Best way to be an expert is to do it, right? So we're going to guide you through building your business credit profile as well. Like, how can you tell somebody how wonderful it is? I mean, you can. That's what salespeople do, right? If you haven't done it yourself, we encourage you to do it. That's why we give it to you for free. It's included. Okay. It's 2:18 Eastern Standard Time. I got done in an hour and 18 minutes, a little bit long. I'm sorry about that. I tried to speed through it. Are there any additional questions before I hang up? I'm expecting to see a lot of you as new partners. And if you sign up, you're going to get a link, a welcome link, basically, sometime this week to invite you to a webinar where I'm going to guide you through onboarding. Okay. Bureau Insights, what is that again? Bureau Insights, Sam, is a tri-merge business credit report that's built into our system. It costs $69 a month to have access to it. Most people don't get it till after they're in there for a month because they have to be, once they start actually getting that credit, they have to monitor it. You need to build your business credit, but literally left a window 2 years ago. I have nothing to start with. Can you still help me? Maybe, Angela. I actually think I know who you are, Angela. Reach out to our team. How can someone read it? So, Sam, they'll actually be able to pull it up. I know I had a difficult time pulling up takes to my internet, but it'll pull up their business credit report right inside the system so that they can go through it. And my team will go over it with them as well. Okay, I thought this was an evergreen webinar. I'm going to sign up for sure. Thought this was a gimmick. It's no gimmick. This isn't gimmicky. This is the deal, right? All right. I need to go over closing costs for each product. Do I call that number? Yes. Jeff, give us a call, 877-600-2487. My team will take care of you. They're not high pressure. They're just going to guide you through what we can and what we cannot do for you. And that's just as important because I want to make sure you're 100% sure. I know it's the right move, but you need to know, right? So give my team a call. need to figure out funding for this program. Michelle, give us a call. We have third-party sources. We might be able to customize an interior payment plan for you. Okay? Give us a call. I don't want anybody to know this product. We will figure out a way if it's reasonable. Now, when I say reasonable, I say this for a reason. Because I asked somebody one time, hey, listen, it's, for our regular program, you guys saw $29.97, $4.97 a month. I said, well, look, maybe I can customize something for you. What's a reasonable number that you can afford? And they told me $1. That's not reasonable, right? That's just, I don't have any money. I'm okay with that, but that's not reasonable. But if you're serious and you have a reasonable, yeah, it was a little disrespectful, $1, right? So anyway, they came back and bought about a month later. So I think they were playing. But if you're really serious, you're interested in a payment plan, a customized payment plan, give us a call. Okay. The vacation's for the full pays only. All right. Give us a call, Jamal. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'll personally be training you on your onboarding. I'll get you that link. Give us a call. Oh, by the way, last but not least, this is my last partner webinar of the year. You will not see this price again. So if you want to buy at this price point, you need to call. You need to set something up, right? You are not going to see 4,100. If I gave you access to all our partners, they'd be like, what? 4,100? You're never going to see this price. This is an unbelievable opportunity. I didn't even touch base on that because then I sound like I'm selling. Just being straight. You're not going to see a price like this again. Okay? Give us a call, 877-600-2487. I really appreciate you all interacting with me today. I hope you had a little bit of fun. I hope you learned something, right? I'm looking forward to seeing you all again soon. Signing up now. Is this price only good for today? No, I should have mentioned that. The price is good through Friday at midnight. Okay? So now, if you need till Saturday, just call my team. Let them know in advance. Hey, I'm going to sign up Saturday. They'll customize an invoice for you so that you can do that. But you got to call my team, right? You got to let them know, right? David, trust me, I didn't teach you anything. There's way more to come. Come on board as a partner. Your mind's going to get blown. I'll be willing to bet everybody who signs up this week, if I talk to you in a year, you're gonna be like, yeah, Steve, my other business kind of went away. This is all I'm doing, right? Byron, thanks so much for that. That's awesome. I appreciate you all being here. I want you to if I don't talk to you, have a wonderful holiday. If you get started, I'm looking forward to seeing you sometime either later this week or early next week, depending on when you sign up. I'm going to get you personally onboarded. Okay. Don't forget, if you're a full pay, you're going to no, you do not need perfect personal credit to get business credit. You can get business credit without any personal credit. Okay. Business credit is about protecting your personal credit, Brunel. So if you're interested in by the way, if you're interested in just building business credit, not the partner program, call us. We got a little special going on there too. Okay. Just give us a call. It's not going to hurt. It doesn't cost you anything to call us, 877-600-2487. Find out what the deal is. If you have your DUNS number handy, tell my team you're interested in building your business credit. Have them pull your Dun and Bradstreet report and go over it with you. Okay. That's a little side. All right. Take care. Hope to see you soon.